Brittney Griner's home, y'all! I have waited for this day. I've been following this story since the minute it happened and just praying for her release, and the stars of the divine granted that prayer. I'm so excited. So Brittney Griner was welcomed home by her family and friends with Texas barbecue, reports Revolts News, because this is how we do it. This is how we do it. It ain't a welcome home celebration if it don't have barbecue and baby shower meatballs. Ain't it? Ain't it? If you haven't heard the news, BG is back home. She was released sometime last week and switched for the man dubbed the Merchant of Death. Dun, dun, dun. A Russian arms dealer incarcerated by the U.S. government 14 years ago. But people, but especially black folks all over the world were so happy. This was truly a culturally defining moment for Biden and for the United States. Well, most were happy, except for a very vocal few right here in these United States and even in our own community. Over the course of the first few hours of that fateful morning, the announcement was made. A new cohort of senior hostage negotiation specialists and entry-level foreign law and international relations experts popped up to ask, why didn't Biden try harder to get the Marine? Why couldn't we get 2 for 1? Oh, it's just so unfair. A basketball player for an arms dealer, they whined, parroting white supremacist talking points to perfection. I mean, they were doing it just for them. They whined, and I got tired of trying to make sense of it after a while. When I saw popular black men in my own community howling about it, I just gave up. I didn't want to deal with it. No one deserves to be held hostage by the Russian government for political war games. But I'll be damned if I let Jody, the overnight CIA associate analyst, beat me over the head with their misogynistic hot takes and analysis. Just stop devaluing BG's life by saying we didn't get enough in this swap. Who is we? And enough of what exactly? Y'all let your misogynoir tell on you every damn time. Anyway, welcome home, Brittney! Welcome home. We are so sorry, friend, that you had to cut your locks because we heard that they were freezing after showers, so she had to cut them off so she literally wouldn't catch pneumonia. And we're looking forward to seeing you soon and are wishing you a full recovery from the horrible nightmare that has been the last 10 months. Yeah. Woo! We're sad. Trevor Noah not on the show no more, y'all. He leaving the Daily Show. I'm very sad. But he did thank black women. Trevor Noah has concluded his time as host of the Daily Show. It's been 7 years. Does anybody remember when he got on the show? Half of y'all don't, because nobody was watching when he first got on, right? And then he interviewed Tommy Loren and blew up the internet, and then people were like, well, what else he got to say? And it's been a beautiful 7 years. I myself got to go to his show this year, and nobody knew he was leaving yet, so I got to go to his show where he interviewed the woman that actually replaced Rachel Maddow, who was doing an excellent job. And it was wonderful to see him in person, and it kind of like checked, a bucket list item for me, checked the box, and I was so excited to see him. Okay. So he thanks his guests on his last show. He thanked the haters, because you got to thank the haters, right? They push you on. And a host of others for making it such a memorable time. And he took a special time to shout out black women. Oh. Special shout out to black women, he said. I've often been credited with having these grand ideas. People are like, Trevor, you're so smart. And I'm like, who do you think teaches me? Who do you think shaped me, nourished me, informed me? In addition to his own family members, he praised the brilliant black women writers and activists who he interacted with, including Roxanne Gray and Tressie McMillan. Tressie McMillan Cottom, Zoe Samundi, and Tarana Burke. And if you want to know what or how to do it, or maybe the best and the most equitable way to do it, talk to black women. They're a lot of the reason why I'm here, and I'm grateful to them. Pretty awesome. He pointed out that black women are the ones who really have their pulse on what this country and society are really like, because we are the ones with the least room to fuck around and find out. Ain't that the truth? And that resonated with me, but not everyone was happy with his gratitude. Why, you may ask? Well, it is strongly rumored that Trevor Noah does not date black women. And all I gotta say to that is, better to genuinely thank black women publicly and date white women quietly than to cheat on your stunning black wife with your co-hosts and other subordinates at work and go down in a suspended ball of flames. Ain't that right, TJ Holmes? Next story, okay. Beyonce Tour Slander. Did y'all hear about this? They out here slandering Beyonce's name. But all I gotta say is, y'all can't drink and do drugs at work either. Beyonce is really our queen, and her latest tour requirements prove why. The Sun apparently got the drop on some very insider information about the tour. The Empress is imposing policies that include a strict no booze policy or drugs, conducting strict Me Too checks with every member of staff, dancers, band, and crew to create a safe working environment, no crazy partying on the road, and the team will also have access to mental health support while on the road. A well-placed mole reported, Bay knows the new performances will require intense choreography and precision, so everyone has to be clean and sober. Wow, Beyonce, way to create an environment that is amazing for all. I especially applaud these efforts because Beyonce wants to set a new standard in her industry, which is what we all should aspire to do, right? I mean, nobody's happy about that. All right, fine. That's okay. But apparently, like some of you, first were not happy and had a lot to say on Beyonce's own internet. The detractors' critiques went from, this is laughable, to what about an endochrono band? So I was like, a what? An adrenochrome band? What is an adrenochrome band? And you may be asking the same thing. Conspiracy theory short is this idea that the Hollywood elite literally gets its power from a psychedelic drug harvested on the fear of children. Don't ask me how it works. I don't know. But I went on a timeless internet journey down the rabbit hole to find out so that you didn't have to. You're welcome. But you didn't see the story going there, did you? I didn't either. I just put my phone down after I read that. I just knew the critiques had gone to hell. Congratulations, Beyonce. Way to be a leader in your industry, and I hope more megastars follow your lead. Be the change. Now back to the adrenochrome band. Allegedly, I should say. Literally, people believe that allegedly stars are shooting up some kind of psychedelic drug that literally contain children's tears. I would say don't look at it when you go home, but you wouldn't believe it unless you read it yourself. So when you go home, just go laugh. Please have some sort of drug or drink in hand because it's crazy. Now, this is my favorite part of the show. It's movies and melanin time. This is my favorite. Guess what, y'all? It's holiday movie time. Who is watching all the holiday movies that they can possibly stomach? It's me. I love them all. I love them all. Especially the bad ones. They're my favorite. They're my favorite. Because I certainly am. It is quite a multicultural holiday movie smorgasbord, and I'm here for it. But I quickly needed a break from the boo-hooing in every movie. So here are some of the more ridiculous things that I've been watching. The Binge 2. It's a wonderful binge starring Dexter Hardin, Eduardo Franco, and Danny Trejo, Tim Meadows, and many more. If you haven't seen The Binge 1, you don't need to, but it's pretty epic, and in my opinion, the better movie. At some time in the future, drugs and alcohol are all banned all year long except for one day, and this year the binge was miraculously moved to Christmas Eve. Hags, played by Dexter Hardin, Saved by the Bell reboot, if you haven't seen the black guy in that, he's pretty funny, stays saving for themselves in both films, and I'm not quite sure why, because he has a lot of problems of his own, but it's a heartwarming tale of a drug-induced hazy friendship that mostly ends well for everyone. It's like The Purge, but way more absurd. Very weird. 2, How to Ruin Christmas, a Nollywood drama. 2 families try to outdo themselves every year with how they will ruin Christmas. It takes place this time in Johannesburg, or I think of the first season in Johannesburg. It's in its 3rd season, and it's quite hilarious. It tells me that the diaspora will have family drama wherever we are on the planet, and that makes me feel, I don't know, closer to everyone. My 3rd Christmas favorite right now is My Favorite Christmas Melody starring Maya and Rainbow Sun Franks. A little less on the ridiculous side, but still pretty hilarious. Abby, played by Maya, goes home to her small town. You know how it goes. You gotta leave the big city. You gotta go to the small town. You gotta meet the small town guy. You gotta fall in love. You gotta do there's a Christmas conflict. You gotta put it in there, you gotta stir it, and you gotta throw it. and then you got a movie, okay? So she's a musician and a writer who gets to turn a high school band into something special in record time, as usual. Literally one scene, the band is like, wah, 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 and in the next scene, they're like, la, 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 la. Very interesting. So, you know, movie magic, right? I really just include this movie really to say, ain't no MF way that Maya still look that good. Have y'all seen Maya? Just watch the movie to see Maya. She's 20. She looks a little bit like she got a little tiny bit of something, but she looks just like the day she came out on the music scene, and I cannot believe it. She looks good, y'all. And the story is just as predictable and cute as you need it to be, and Maya looks gorgeous. All her outfits are gorgeous. I do have a bone to pick with the wigs, but that's another story. They're not as bad as Tyler Perry wigs, so we're okay. We are safe, all right? And it's enough to make you laugh and stir up those holiday feelings that everyone loves. Visit your favorite streaming service for a ton of classics in the making, featuring black and brown faces, old and new. I quite love everything that's going on. Literally every streaming service. I say get like one of those like off-brand streaming services. You ever heard of like, I'm not gonna say no too many names, but get one of the off-brand ones because they got everything. They have every movie from like 45 years ago. You can just literally sit on your couch and put in Christmas or put in holiday, let it play. I will be watching, this is always my special shout out to Jingle Jangle, though I'll be watching that a few times. Now Jingle Jangle is long. You're gonna need some eggnog, you're gonna need some fruit cake, you're gonna need a cup of coffee. You will fall asleep in the middle because it is the longest musical that is on Netflix, but it is amazing. And the last part of this segment is YPOC News. And today in YPOC News, I always like to say that Black News Beat is a partnership between Open Stage and the Young Professionals of Color. So we want you to check out their programming. The Christmas Carol is here. They have actually the Christmas Carol Cabaret, Who's Holiday. If you can't get a ticket to either the plays, come to the Cabaret. It's a lot of fun. It was a full house after the show. It was wonderful. What else is going on, Gib? Anything else?
Well, Figgy Pudding is going
Figgy
on
Pudding right now next door.
Mm-hmm. We got a drag queen from New York called Paige Turner.
Yes, Paige Turner. Yep.
She's amazing. And we're going to try to like...
For a little bit, yeah.
Oh, we have sing.
You got to sing in the new year. Yes, got to do that.
We got a lot going
And then you got to take a break because they stay busy. And when it's quiet, it's quiet. But when it's busy. And that's just how it is in this world. Also, this Saturday, YPOC Friendsmas, bring a drink, bring a present, bring a drink. Yeah. Wear ugly sweater, bring a gift to swap, bring an ornament for the tree, come hang out with us. We're usually there from 7 to 11-ish, usually-ish, because then people get to dance and have a good time because they had a little something to drink. So come and hang out with us. We'll be at 315 South Front Street at Hurston Manor, which is the YPOC house. And if you haven't been to the YPOC house, I encourage you to stop by. It is quite a work of art in there, all by Black and brown artists and people in the community who have dedicated their artistic time to making that space very beautiful. So come on by. And our adopted, thank you, and our adopted, Elise is in the audience. She's the Chief Administrative Officer for YPOC. Thank you, Elise, for the reminder. We also have our Adopt a Family campaign. We do it every year. The last several years in a row, we did turkey sponsorships where we do a turkey and the trimmings for families. This year, we're doing gift lists for the holidays. And we have 4 to 5 families that will be helping. Their gift wish lists are posted on our Facebook page and on Instagram. So please check those out and drop it by the house anytime before Saturday's party or during the party so we can get those things to the families for the holidays. Will you get a little something to us possibly? Thanks. And just drop it off and, make someone happy this holiday season, right? Well, wow, we made it through the first segment. Yay! And we'll be right back with our first guest.